It is such an honor to be here. I'm so elated to be joined by actually a lot of people that I love and care about. The CEO, COO, and president of the company I'm with, Good Life Realty in Austin, Texas. Join me.
5-second delay.
I've always been so weird. Even when I was a child, I never felt like I fit in.
Good.
Yeah.
Mediocrity doesn't suit you.
Yeah. Thank you. I remember vividly having thoughts as a child like, who are these crazy people and why am I here? And so I've just always, even into adulthood, I've always fit more into the minority than the majority. I've gotten really good at being in the minority. In many ways.
We call it the leading edge.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And so I've always had different beliefs, different thoughts. If my mother knew I was here, she would literally roll over and keel over. And so, yeah, I've just always had different beliefs, different thoughts than people around me, which has been a challenge because, it can be a little bit of a lonely experience when you don't have beliefs that kind of sink in with the majority.
Law of attraction will not allow you to be lonely.
Okay.
What makes you lonely is having split current within yourself.
Okay.
Because when you have figured out who you are and you offer a pure vibration about it, law of attraction brings you others who are in vibrational sync with you and you have a really good time. But what makes life miserable is you vibrate on what you know and then you vibrate on the fact that they don't know it, and then you vibrate about what you know and then you vibrate on the fact that they don't know it, and then you bring all kinds of people to you who are not a vibrational match to you because you've got both vibrations going on in your experience. You got a big wobble going, you see. Isn't it nice to know that you can eliminate the part of your attention that is bringing to you the factors that you don't like to experience when they get there?
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot about, and we want to hear more from you, but we've been talking a lot about alignment. We've been talking about emotions. And for Esther, when she came across the word clarity equals alignment to Esther. And the reason is because clarity, the feeling of clarity, is no wobble with lots of momentum. That's the feeling of clarity. When you're focused upon what is wanted with no element of what you don't want in it, and you've done it long enough that the momentum, law of attraction, has gathered it until it's really moving, that is high-flying living. That's what you want to live, you see. And when you taste that every now and again, it makes you hungry for it. It makes you sort of crave it. But until you have control of your vibration, you can't always accomplish it. And that's when it makes you want to call them the crazies.
Yeah.
But what we want you to understand is the crazies wouldn't get into your experience if you didn't have a little crazy going on.
What are you trying to say?
And the crazy that you got going on is just introducing what you don't want into your vibration. In other words, if you stop talking about what you don't want, it's not in your vibration. And then it's not challenging or contradicting what you do want.
Okay. So part of my different beliefs, obviously,
let's start there. Different beliefs from who? In other words, part of my different beliefs.
From my family, from most of my peers, people that I interact with.
So give us two of those beliefs that are in contradiction or that are contrary to what your family or your peers would have you believe. Give us the top two. I believe this, that they don't. I believe in law of attraction. And they don't?
I know. They know they don't.
How can that be? That's like saying, I believe in the law of gravity and my family won't go along with it.
Yeah. Using the word...
When they go out, they expect to fall up.
Yeah. Using the word universe as a source of contention in my family. Yeah.
Because
Because
Well, universe is an interesting word. The reason that we use the word universe is because it's easier than saying, if we didn't have the word universe, this is the way we would have to tell the story, which is sort of long and boring for most people. I stand as a point of attraction, and all things that have ever been before are all pointed toward the culmination of that which I am now. And source energy or God or whatever you want to call it is all queued up to assist me in everything that I want. That's what we mean when we say universe. When we talk about universe and law of attraction, it's just shorthand. It's just a shortcut to say, I am standing at my point of attraction, and everything that is responding to the vibration that I've got going on. Mm. So they're using buzzwords too. They use a buzzword that we really don't like to use, God. And the reason that we don't like to use the buzzword God in the way that they don't like you to use the buzzword universe is because God means to so many people something that isn't even close to what God is. Their God is judgmental. Their God is pushing against things. Their God is making long lists of what you shouldn't do. Their God is clearly outside of the vortex. You see. And so their God is struggling.
I didn't say that, Mom.
Their God is struggling. Their God is striving. Their God has hardship. Their God is trying to validate. Their God is trying to justify. Their God seems to believe, or their perception of their God, let's say it the way it really is. Mm-hmm. Their perception of God is that you must struggle your way into ease. Mm-hmm. And law of attraction defies that. And everything that you live shows you that, you see. So don't worry about it. Once you really have a grasp on this, everything that is will demonstrate what you know to be true. Mm-hmm. And everything that they're living is demonstrating what they know to be true too.
Yeah. Yeah.